Hello fellow vintage Ray-Ban lovers out there, hope you're well and welcome to another video. So today is about the generation game and it is on the Wayfarer. So what you have in front of you here are what Ray-Ban called super cooled Wayfarer. Basically it's a Wayfarer with full mirror lenses. So it's about the generation game. It's about the generation of the Wayfarer and how it has evolved since its inception in the early 1950s. So I'm going to make my way back, so from the present day all the way back to the very first generation Wayfarers. So there's 3 generations, okay? 1, 2, 3. This that you see in front of you is the last generation, generation 3, okay? So basically it is the Wayfarers that you see in the world all over the place, basically, okay? These are the Wayfarers that everybody knows of, that were made famous in the 80s, and obviously now Luxottica have taken over. They've basically made it famous again. These are the ones that everybody recognizes, okay? However, there are a few points that you need to realize so that you understand that this is a 3rd generation or 3rd reincarnation of the Wayfarers. So there's 2 points and 2 areas that you need to know, okay? So 3rd generation is, number 1, on the lenses will be etched BL, okay? The second thing is that the temple, as you can see here, is the standard thick temple that you recognize, that you see, that you know about, okay? That is a 3rd generation pair of Wayfarers. So let's move on to the 2nd generation of Wayfarers. So here we have a pair of 1960s generation 2 Wayfarers. They could be 60s/70s. I think they're late 60s just because of the case that they came in. So let's say late 60s, early 70s generation 2 Wayfarers. Now, the difference between generation 2 and generation 3 is that there is no etch on the glass lenses. As you can see, the temple itself is actually the same thickness as generation 3. Let me just highlight that for you. So here we have, as you can see there, they are exactly the same in terms of thickness, okay? That's generation 3 here, as you can see, and these are generation 2. So that is generation 2. So let's move back again to generation 1, the very first Wayfarers that were released under the Ray-Ban brand. Booyah! So as you can see, it is perhaps a little different, okay? The very first thing that you need to look out for is the temple. As you can see, the temple is much more slimmer. Let me just get you a generation 3. You see that? The temple. See that? The temple is just much thinner than generation 2 and generation 3. That's the first thing. The second thing is that generation 1 Wayfarers came in two lenses. They came in green, which you can see here, and they came in grey as well. So the green lens is probably a little bit rarer to find than the grey lens. However, they came in two colours, green and grey. And as you can see here, this is an example of the green lens. Now, the colourway to this particular pair of sunglasses is called Smoke Light, which is basically grey, but Ray-Ban called it Smoke Light. So there you have it. This is the first generation Wayfarers. And what I'll do, I'll put a picture up for you, just showing you from generation 1 to generation 3, and the little differences that actually incorporate the different eras. And there you have it, folks. That was the generation game for the Wayfarer. Peace.